Hello and welcome to the Seaward video demonstration. My name is Nathan Barwell. I'm one of the category managers here at Seaward, and I'm going to be introducing you to our DO7 Digital Low Resistance Ohmmeter. The DO7, with its rugged, high visibility carry case, has been specifically designed for field use. However, it is equally at home within a production environment or indeed a laboratory. It offers a simple to use interface while not compromising on the accuracy of measurement. The DO7 is used in a multitude of industrial applications, including wind turbine maintenance, quality assurance within a production environment, and ground bonding checks within the utility sector, among many other. It really is one of the most versatile instruments on the market today. So let's take a tour of the instrument and show you the features. In terms of accessories, the DO7 is supplied with a calibration certificate, a mains power lead, and the following connections for test. We have a pair of black connection leads, 1 meter length. We have a pair of red connection leads. We then supply a pair of Kelvin clips, along with 4 individual crocodile or alligator clips, 2 red, 2 black, along with 2 red and 2 black individual test probes. The DO7 has a large internal battery capable of providing up to 1 hour's measuring on its most demanding 10 amp setting. The device comprises of 2 battery gas gauges to tell you how much power you have left within your batteries, one for the measuring circuit and another for the measuring display. The unit can be charged from any mains outlet, including 110 or 240 volt. A large 7-segment display gives the user the readings, and you'll notice there are a number of LEDs indicating the status of the device at all times. So firstly, let's have a look at the test connections point. As with all of the Cropico ohmmeters within the Seaward range, we use the 4-wire or Kelvin method for connections, giving you optimal measuring accuracy when performing your low resistance checks. We also have a remote start connection. Now the remote start connection is highly useful where potentially you have 2 hands tied up with the measuring probes. You could connect the foot switch, or indeed if it was used in a production line environment, you could set an automatic switch to close the start condition when ready to perform measurement. The DO7 has 6 measuring ranges from 600 micro ohms with a 100 nano ohm resolution up to a 60 ohm range. With that will be the test currents, and you'll notice that they range from 1 milliamp at the highest range to 10 amp measuring current down at the lowest range, and it is at 10 amps where we can get up to 1 hour's worth of continuous measurements. You'll notice as selected the range will glow with the red LED, highlighting easily to the user exactly what range has been selected. With the measuring current, we can decide whether we want to send the current in only one direction, either positive to negative or negative to positive. Highly useful if your circuit is potentially inductive. However, if you are concerned about thermal EMF, then we do have an average mode, in which case the current is sent in both directions and the average measurement is displayed back to the user. We also have the ability to output the results. So although the device itself doesn't have a memory, we can connect a printer or potentially a PC with a terminal capture type program and actually get a direct stream of results. Now in order to do that, we can either print every result, so as the result's being measured, particularly if it's continuous measurement, we can output each measurement as it happens, or we can simply print the last measurement dependent on the choice we want. The unit has a key operated calibration mode, so for any calibrations we can simply turn the key into calibration mode. The calibration LED then becomes illuminated, and there are steps within the manual to calibrate your device. When under normal performance, we just set it to the run mode, and that allows us to perform measurements. When actually performing measurements, the DO7 can be set to either take a single measurement at the point of press, or we can set the unit to a continuous mode, in which case it is constantly measuring the resistance. So for this demonstration, we're going to be using a highly accurate resistance box to simulate a measurement in real world. Firstly, we need to take our connections. So as we said before, we have 4 wire terminal, 2 for carrying the current and 2 for measuring the voltage drop across the resistance we wish to measure. So we take our color coded leads, we'll place 1 into C1, 1 into P1. We'll then take our second set into P2 and C2. From here, very simply, we make connections across the resistance we want to measure. In the case of our resistance box, they're color coded, but quite simply we need to keep the red leads on one side of the resistance we want to measure and take the black leads to the other side of the resistance we want to measure. So let's connect this up. And we're ready to begin the measuring process. Okay, so we now have the DO7 connected to the measurement device. We can start to set the instrument up to take measurements. So firstly, we're going to discuss the range. Well, as I said before, we're going to be measuring a 10 milliohm resistor. So I'm going to start the range off at 600 milliohms and take a measurement at that range. Next thing to decide is the level of current, whether we want it to be single directional or bi-directional current. I've set mine to average, so we're going to set this to a bi-directional current. It will send the test current from C1 to C2 and take a measurement in that polarity, but then reverse that from C2 to C1 and take a measurement in that polarity and then display back the average. So with everything now set up, I can simply take the measurement. In order to do that, I simply press and hold the on button. The current will go from positive to negative and then display me back the average reading. That reading will be held on screen for 30 seconds or until I press another button. However, should I wish to, I could also set that to a continuous measurement. In order to do that, I simply press and hold the on button with the lock button. And once the unit starts beeping, it's now constantly measuring. You'll notice the current is moving in the positive and negative direction automatically, and every beep suggests to me that the unit is taking a measurement. For a more accurate reading, I could now look to drop the range. So we were on a 600 milliohm, we were measuring a 10 milliohm resistance, so I could look to drop the range down to 60 milliohm. That should give me a greater resolution of measurement and ultimately a more accurate reading. So, same as before, I'm going to set this to continuously measure, so I'm going to press and hold the on and lock buttons. And you can see it's now continuously measuring. And again, we have a more optimal reading of 10.04 milliohms, giving me a much greater resolution of measurement. Well, that brings us to the end of the demonstration. We hope you found this useful. For full details, specifications on the DO7 or indeed any of our other equipment within the range, or just to get in touch with any questions you may have, please visit our website at seaward.com or connect with us on our social media channels. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to bringing you more video demonstrations in the future.